Hey guys, welcome back to Gear by Orla. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and welcome. Today I am reviewing the aluminium carry-on luggage from the brand LEVEL8. I have previously reviewed the LEVEL8 Roadrunner, so you can head over to my channel to check that out. I really believe that LEVEL8 are a reliable brand. Like, all of their luggages, whether it be the carry-on or a checked-in suitcase, are very clean in their design and they are well made and put together and long lasting. So there is a rise in the aluminium kind of suitcase styles, which is great, but it is on the pricey end. This bag is priced at $429. I do believe there is a sale on at the minute. It really depends when you're watching this. I know from time to time LEVEL8 do have a couple of sales on, which is great. So this was sent out to Dream Big Chop Afar. I don't get paid for anything, like, to say anything about this. We do have affiliate links in the description that offers a commission that goes back into the channel, but as far as anyone telling me what to say, no. Now this is where I kind of confess that there would have to be a pig flying for me to be okay in spending $400 on a carry-on suitcase. I've been with my partner for about 7 years now, and in those 7 years I've kind of learnt from him that I'm going to contradict myself. I'm someone who buys things and I will have to buy them multiple times because they, you know, fade, run out, break in short periods of time. Whereas my partner, he will buy something that is higher and in the higher end and it is expensive, but it lasts him much longer, and he will splurge out like once a year on different kind of things, and that will last him for near enough a lifetime. And I kind of need to take a leaf out of his book in that, yes, $400 is ridiculous, but it is an investment so that you don't have to keep buying cheap brands, cheap carry-ons, and nothing that's going to be reliable. Whereas this kind of aluminium carry-on suitcase, and even all of their kind of range, even the Roadrunner, I will leave the link as well for that, they are long lasting in their materials and you get more out of it than you would a cheaper style brand. Firstly, I'm going to run through some details on this carry-on and then I'll get stuck into the kind of pros and cons from my own opinion. So the dimensions of the suitcase are 22 in height, 15 in length and 8.4 in width. This item weighs 4.6 kg, which I guess if your limit is 10 kg, I don't know, depending on your airline. I know some of them are 10 kg. So you kind of just have to think about that when you're packing. I've never had anyone check the weight of my bag, but maybe in different airlines and across the world that is a thing. So just be aware of that. Included in the price, you do get a couple of organizers, like so. That's one, that's two, and that's three, and this is the fourth one, which is the bigger one. And if you do pack smartly, you'll be able to get about a week's worth out of this carry-on. They say like a couple of days, but I definitely think like you could get more if you pack smart. And what I absolutely love about this is that you can switch out the little labels. So say you wanted to switch this out from just the logo, just take it off, and then you have like an organizer where you're like, oh, this is where I put all my makeup. Then that's where it goes, and then you know, oh, in here is such and such, or in here is all the clothes or the shoes, and then you just place it on that. I thought that was a lovely touch, and the fact that it's included in the price is just great. On first impressions, I felt like when I opened this suitcase there was going to be a wad of cash like sitting in it, and unfortunately there was not. It's definitely a business looking bag. It's classy, it kind of sets you apart, it's unique, and it's definitely well sealed. Like, if I got this bag like and it started running away, I would be like, oh, it's grand, my things are safe in there, because it's well sealed and well put together. The locks are high end on this bag, so you aren't opening it via zip. It is a lock combination, which is great. I wasn't a fan of these until the Carl Friedrich that I tested out, and I absolutely love it, and I feel like these are definitely more high end. But riddle me this, if the combination code is 000, then why am I putting on a code? If everyone knows that, then surely my bag is not secured. On the other kind of style of bags that they have, like their carry-ons, they have one with a wide handle. I'll pop up a picture if I can. This is the thinner handle. It goes up to about 4 stages, which is great. You can extend it to your own build and height. You do have 2 soft close handles, so what that means is that it's not going to hit it like a bang and ruin the suitcase or anything like that. So you have this here, which is great, and then you have it on this side, so you can enter kind of briefcase mode with the suitcase, which is great. And also if you notice here, these kind of breakers that will stop it from hitting the ground, so if you're putting it on its side, it's not getting a beating from here, and all this kind of lock system and hardware is safe. This bag does have the 360 wheels, which I absolutely love on the carry-on. There's nothing better than being able to maneuver your suitcase around the airport or wherever you're going to. So let's get into the inside of the suitcase. As mentioned, you are given those packing cubes, those organizers, which I think is absolutely great. They're fabulous. You can get plenty into them as well. And this is your kind of tag, so you can put like your name and everything on that, so you know, yep, this is my bag. Don't be stealing my $400 carry-on. So the inside of the suitcase is quite minimalist, and for someone who doesn't like organization, like pockets too much, it can be too overwhelming for me. I can appreciate that, but I can also understand for the money that you're paying, you would want a bit more. I'm just going to run through some things and then get into the cons, because my main con is the inside of this suitcase. So firstly, you've got 2 main compartments. You've got these clips that come off like so, that you can kind of fold over, and you can see both compartments. Run it open and fit whatever you need in there, such as like dirty laundry, shoes, anything like that. These are detachable as well, and you've got the same space on the other side. Now there is a few things that I want to note that are pretty much just cons for me for the inside of this suitcase. Okay, so first up is this access kind of material. I get it, because then you have like loads of space then in the back, but it just kind of, I don't know, buffs up too much. Also, the clips that kind of hold on to the suitcase on each side kind of compromises the space as well. You can get things stuck in that and easily could rip any belongings if you were to kind of get one of your packing cubes or anything stuck in that. Accidentally get your dress stuck and then accidentally pull, then it's ripped, ruined. Also, I feel like the clips here are a bit cheap. They're plastic. They don't go well with the overall premium feel of the suitcase. I feel like they could have done better with those types of clips. I do like how it clips over and is like it's a compression pad, so you have the opportunity to remove these pads via the buttons on the side, so you don't have to have them, but should you want to compress your clothes down, then you can. This is the mesh that's on it. The mesh is fine. It's quite strong and sturdy, but as mentioned, these clips are just not, they're just not something that I feel is going to last. Like, that could easily be broken. It is attached via some sort of elastic, which again doesn't feel as secure, because then it is pinned down with this plastic as well. That's just something to think about. The pad itself is quite flexible. Oh, saying that, did you hear that pop? Whatever that was. That's just something to know. They are removable. So on this compression pad, you've got this zip, right, which is great. All fun and games until you can't fit like any electrics in it. So say you want to put your laptop in this bag, there is nothing for it externally. There is no pocket, and internally there isn't either. So you're gonna have to get yourself like a pad for your or for your laptop, I guess, or you could actually use one of these. Depending on the size of your suitcase, you could probably use this and put your laptop in that, but that's just extra room and extra space, where they could have really made this a bit bigger. You could maybe fit a book, your passport and things like that, but there is no way my 11-inch laptop did not fit into this. Don't get me wrong though, there is plenty of space within the bag. You've got enough room to pack, and like I said, if you pack smartly with the organizers, then you're grand. So let's get into the kind of pros of the aluminium and what works for it and what doesn't, in my own opinion. It is crash proof, so that you don't have to worry about it being beaten or thrown about in luggages. If you are checking it in as well, it's going to be secure. All your belongings are going to be secure. It is a great bag if you are a bit like myself and you have equipment like camera equipment, music instruments, anything like that, because it is hard and secure, and it's going to protect all your belongings in there, especially if you have a carry-on and you're putting it in the overhead locker and you're in within reach of it. Then you have a better experience with the bag in keeping it intact. Whereas if you are checking it in, then obviously you want to know you have a suitcase that can be thrown about, and this definitely can be, because it is crash proof and that everything is going to be safe. In terms of cleaning, it is easy to wipe down. You have to probably be aware of scratches. I have yet to get it scratched, so I don't really want to do it until, but I will say that it is probably going to scratch. That's just something you have to think about, whether it adds character for you or it's going to be annoying for you. But aside from that, it really is easy to wipe down. It's that kind of material that water is just going to run off that, and any kind of marks are easy to just go. Another thing to think about is the hardware in the pocket. So see, over in this side you've got the so on this side you've got the hardware of the suitcase, kind of compromising the space again, a bit like these kind of hooks. You just have to be aware with the hooks that anything could get attached to them and end up ripping any of your clothing, so just be aware of that. And it also takes up a bit of the space, as well as these handles in the back. I guess you can't really do much with that because it's going to be there, it's the hardware and it's the makeup of the bag, but yeah, it does kind of compromise. I think the main con for aluminium is the fact that it is so expensive, but I have to say Level8, the brand, are probably the cheapest in doing their suitcases, and they are of great quality. They also offer a lifetime of warranty, so that is perfect. They also give you the packing cubes that are included. It doesn't look cheap, it doesn't feel cheap, it feels great. I think if you are looking to start out with an aluminium suitcase and you are on some sort of a budget, I know $400 is a lot, but in comparison to other brands, this is definitely a starting point, and it is a great brand to start with. As mentioned, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of their suitcases already, and they have yet to disappoint me. The only one thing that disappoints me about the suitcase is the lack of laptop compartment, but there is ways about that. Get yourself a case, put it in one of the packing cubes. I think overall, for the price and for what you get with it and for how long lasting this material is, it is definitely worth it. If you would prefer to read the written review, then the links will be in the description. There will also be a link to the 12 best luxury brand carry-ons for travel that you can head over and check out the different kind of luggages on that as well. I hope you have a beautiful week, and see you in the next review.